Welcome to Bedford County Sports Talk Live. Hosted by David Thomas, Bill Anderson, Kenny Parker, and Jason Boyette. Brought to you by First Bank, Kincaid Service Company, and Piggly Wiggly. Let's get ready to talk some sports. Here are your hosts, David, Bill, Kenny, and Jason.
Welcome in here to Bedford County Sports Talk Live. I'm David Thomas. Across from me is Coach Judd Dryden.
The infamous Judd Dryden.
I appreciate you guys having me this
morning.
Glad
to have you.
Yes, sir.
Jason Boyette is in parts unknown. And
he's at a graduation.
In Pulaski somewhere.
My wife's gone to graduation.
Yeah. Well, that's Kenny Parker. Everybody knows Kenny. And then we got Bill Anderson sitting over here with a bunch of scores and got some reports for us. Our bird dog, he's got out and found out what else going on.
Boy, you got to look. I'm telling you, it's not easy this time of
year
year to find scores. I'm telling you, you got to dig, go to different places.
You got to stay in touch.
We call him our bloodhound.
Yeah. Well, we want to thank our sponsors this morning, First Bank here in Shelbyville and Piggly Wiggly. Coach, you ever been to Piggly Wiggly?
Multiple times.
That's
I started to go this morning and get us popcorn, but I knew Jason wasn't here and it disappointed. I didn't want him to feel bad.
I had. The key word is had. That's past tense.
You brought it with
this
you,
morning.
But
No, I got it like Wednesday or Thursday, and they just popped it fresh. And I went over and stuck it in my desk drawer, and I said, I'm going to have this Saturday morning. Guess what? It's gone. It disappeared. I don't know what happened to it.
Dang nice, ain't it?
But hey, that's awesome.
It's a mouse right
there.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right. And also, we've got
Kincaid
Service Company.
Let's hear from our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Shop local at Shelbyville Piggly Wiggly, down home, down the street. From farm fresh produce and hand-cut meats to pantry staples, dairy, frozen favorites, and household essentials, we've got your list covered at hometown prices. Don't miss our weekly ad and truckload meat sales. Open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. Visit 874 Union Street, Shelbyville, or call 931-684-1363. Follow us on Facebook for the latest specials. Shop local. Save big at the Pig.
At Kincaid Service Company, we've proudly served Middle Tennessee since 1934. Families across the region trust us for quality furniture, appliances, electronics, and the kind of service only a hometown business can provide. From living room sets and dining collections to washers, dryers, refrigerators, and the latest in home entertainment, Kincaid is everything you need to make your house a home. And when it comes to a great night's sleep, our showroom features leading brands of mattresses, offering comfort and quality you can count on. We don't just sell products, we stand behind them. When you buy your appliances or electronics from Kincaid, our expert service team is here to keep them running for years to come. It's the kind of care that sets us apart. For value, selection, and service you can trust, visit Kincaid Service Company today, locally owned and community strong.
On game day, winning is everything. But life's big wins happen off the field. When you win a heart. When you win their trust. When you win their respect. First Bank's community banking is perfect for life's big wins because of what we're big on. You. Make us part of your team for life's biggest wins.
All righty, welcome back in here to Bedford County Sports Talk Live. Mr. Bill Anderson, you have some scores for us. We're going to talk
David, that First Bank commercial was just on. Was that David McGee?
Sure looked like him. Looked like he had a haircut, though.
He looked like David McGee, didn't he? Hey, David, I didn't realize he's on that commercial.
Yeah. All right, what we got, Bill?
Let's talk softball for a minute. How about the girls? They beat Murfreesboro Central Magnet 10-3. They made the tournament and beat Cookville 16-5.
Beat Central Magnet 10-3. Somebody called the game early.
I just said there was lightning.
It was a lot of lightning.
I did not call the game.
Coach, I had just looked at the first
So-
base. I just looked at the first base coach, the batter before. It was top of the 7th inning. I think Shovel was up by about 8 runs.
Yeah, it was 10-3.
There was one out.
Yeah.
And
no
we
runners
had
on, if I remember.
and
right.
nobody on base,
Yeah.
and there was whoa. And I looked at the coach and I said, Coach, if I see that again, we're done. He said, just give us 2 more batters.
Yeah. And the problem was I wasn't right there. I was over with soccer when it hit. So the trainer Hannah was getting soccer off the field. I was trying to hustle over there. Couldn't get anybody's attention to stop it. It was, so.
And then I don't know why but we stopped it. It was the right call. Right call.
So, yeah.
Scott Spray is watching.
He was there
Scott, yeah.
with
Scott's
his
everywhere.
camera. He was taking
Yeah.
pictures and all.
Hey, Scott, how we doing?
Yes, sir.
All right, what else we got, Bill?
Baseball last night.
Hey,
Dad-
wait a second. The softball girls done something Thursday night too.
Beat Cookville
They went to
16-5.
Cookville
And
to
I
win
mentioned-
in the tournament.
I gave the score. We made the tournament.
That was a big. That's a
That
big
was
win
big.
right there.
Huge.
Huge win.
I mean,
At
to come
Cook.
at Cookville and to come where they've come,
Mhm.
the gains that they've made, and then go to Cookville,
Yep.
which had beaten them twice this year, and run ruled them 16-5.
Yeah. Hey, I wish y'all could see how hard that team works. Whether it's with Josh Voigt in the weight room, whether it's out on that,
Well, I'm telling you, they're starting
They're
to take
changing
on the
their culture.
attitude of the coach
Yeah,
because
they're
that's the
changing their
way she
culture.
played.
Yep. So
Baseball. Been a long time since Shelbyville Central High School has beat Lincoln County in baseball. Guess what they did last night? They got down 2-0 in the first inning, and they won 6-3. Huge win for the
Good.
boys. Huge win.
Big. But they're doing that you said a 3-game series?
Yeah.
Game 2 is at 1:00
In the tournament.
today.
I could see that in the regular season. I just don't see that in the tournament. And that means in order to win the tournament, you could
you
possibly
got to have
have
a
to
good
6.
team.
You
Yeah.
could probably have to play 6 games.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay,
Right.
so you got to play all 3 games,
No.
or do you
No.
just get to the second,
No,
you win,
it's
it's
best
over.
of
You win,
three.
it's over.
Best of
Two-
3
two out of
series.
three.
So they win today.
Yeah.
They go. They
Yeah,
move
Yeah,
on.
if they win the first game, we're moving on.
And they get
Lincoln
the
County
rest.
goes to the losers bracket at that point, or are
I
they
bet
out?
there's not.
No,
a
there
loser
isn't.
bracket.
There isn't.
I
There
bet
isn't.
there's- with that 3-game
with that
series, I
three-game
bet there's
series,
not.
I don't see how it would never end.
Yeah.
If you
Now,
get
if
that
1:00, if we were to win, it's over. Our
Yes.
pitching Bobo at
Correct.
1:00 was our best pitcher.
Yep.
So we're going for it at 1:00. But if we don't win at 1 for whatever reason, we're going to have to play another game today, correct?
Correct.
It's a double hitter.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you need to win at 1:00.
And that's at
they-
1:00.
Yep. And that forces you to find the best teams. I mean, you got to have,
Yeah.
you better be deep in your bullpen. You better,
Mhm.
so yeah, and you got to be able to be locked in. And this is happening right now, mind you, with not a single senior on that team. Excuse me, spring ball started this week, so my voice is absolutely wrecked. There's not a single senior on that team. That's
Wow.
all. They're loaded with juniors and a few younger guys.
Wow.
They're playing well.
Mhm.
They've got we had 6 all district teams or 4,
Yeah.
5? Or what was it?
Was 4, I think 4 and 2, 4 all district, if I remember right.
Yeah.
But Caden Peacock was the district MVP.
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge.
Mhm.
And it's so here we are. We have with a Lincoln County, with a Cookville in our district. You have a Shelbyville player as the MVP. You've got a Vandy commit on that team who's not the MVP. I mean, that tells you what's happening
Mhm.
there, and they're working hard too. I mean, it's
Good.
it's great to see.
Somebody named Lance David Parker is saying, "Go Pack, go!" And what's going on? We're not even in football season. Is he just cheering you on?
Evidently.
Evidently.
That's my
I
oldest.
say another thing. That was their 25th win of the season, which is a nice
That's
milestone in
good,
baseball.
yeah.
It was win number 25 last night. So that's just phenomenal for the Shelbyville boys. All right, let's move over to Cascade for a minute. How about Cascade baseball? What kind of
They've played well here, evidently, to knock off the
the
number
top 2 seeds
the number 2 seed
on the
and
road?
on the road, and then the number 1 seed last night with a Vanderbilt commitment pitching.
It's interesting though that you beat Summertown 7-4. I guess their setup's different. Then they had to go play Loretta and they won 4-3. it's not like our district where
No.
you're playing somebody. It's a
They're
different way of doing it.
they're playing a double elimination tournament, just one game, and just
Okay, so this is a question, maybe, Coach. Why would we at Central be going through our process one way, and then Cascade? Is it up to everybody's
each
district?
district gets to choose their own.
Oh,
format.
wow. Okay, so there's
That's
no
up to the
set
coaches.
standard by TSSAA. It's whatever y'all
Yeah,
want to
it's
do.
you have your coaches meeting, you have your district coaches meeting in the going into the spring. They'll have one in the fall. All that stuff gets set. Bylaws get addressed. It's every year they get a chance.
Wow, that's showing some flexibility by TSSAA.
Hey, well,
That's
I mean,
amazing.
they don't care until it gets to the region.
Yeah,
that's when they start to, well, you say what you want. I won't speak ill of them because they have a tough job up there.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. Yeah.
Well,
I
what's
couldn't imagine.
interesting here is if you win here, you got to play Cookville, or Cascade's case, they got to lose 2 games. But Cascade now, I believe, if this is correct, they made their region now, right?
Cascade has made, because they're in the finals now. Shelbyville wins.
They would be in the finals. They would make the region.
The whoever plays those for the they're going to be.
Maybe somebody out there knows the answer to this.
1 o'clock.
One
1 o'clock. They just need to take care of business.
Take care of business at 1 o'clock and be done with
Yeah.
it. But I wonder when the last time Coach Dryden and it's been since you've been here.
Yeah, it's been 6 years anyway.
I know
So,
Todd told me it's his kids since even William was here. They've never beaten Lincoln
Yeah.
County. So that's huge that we even got a win over them.
Yeah.
So Lincoln County's got an awfully good baseball program. Congrats. And the Cascade is phenomenal by them too. Just outstanding run
Yeah.
for them. And Coach Sheffield does a heck of a job.
Yes, he does.
And both of these coaches getting their teams ready at tournament time.
And then when you get into region, the region champion host and the runner-up road goes on the road.
Goes on the road.
Yep.
And again, he looks best 2 out of 3, right?
That I'm
it's
not
one
sure.
game.
Yeah,
That's
I
think
one
it's
game.
one game there?
That's
Yeah.
one game for them.
I
One and
believe
out.
so.
Yeah, one. Even in baseball, it's one.
One and done.
Yep. You win, you advance. You lose, you're
See.
through. You win, you advance, but that means you also advance to the sectional. And if you win the region, you get to host a sectional game. If you lose, you got to go on the road. But you win your first game in the region, you're guaranteed 2 games. You're guaranteed to play in the finals and then play in the sectional. Win the sectional, you make state.
Guys, it feels like we just started talking about baseball. And it's over.
just
last week.
Boom.
Yeah.
Man, they've played a bunch of
Spring
games in a short
Spring
time.
has been so fast.
We just
So,
talked about football. Judd was just on a couple weeks ago talking about what he
I
had
know.
coming back this
Oh,
year
no.
for football.
And now we're in spring practice. All right.
All right, next question. Next point would be softball. The Cascade girls, it starts for them in the tournament.
They play their first game Monday night at Summertown.
Okay.
Community plays their first game at their place. They're hosting, and they'll play Forest.
Forest. Okay.
Yep, they will play Forest.
All right. Baseball also community. Huge upset over Forest to make the tournament. They had a region win all year long, and they upset Forest 7-6. Congratulations to Coach
Yep.
Gunn and them.
Yep,
The boys
exactly.
to make the tournament. And I think they got beat 9-1 by Loretto, and then they had Summertown last night. So I didn't have a score. on
I
that.
didn't get a score on that neither. I don't know.
So that's baseball and softball. How about congratulations to Shovel Central High School coach Shane Young and the boys. Tayshawn Shelton and Jordan Taylor are both going to play college basketball at Ball State.
That's a good school too.
Yeah.
Ball State's a really good school.
And it's good to have kids getting. That's good for both of them.
A lot of players that play sports at Ball State move on after they play there.
Yeah.
They've got a really good
I'll mention.
success rate.
I'll mention also real quick. Webb, nice run by Coach Hall and them. He beat Middle Tennessee Christian, who was the lead
Now,
dog,
I don't know that
9-3.
does that necessarily put Webb out?
I'm not sure.
They had beaten Middle Tennessee Christian the day before.
no, I think they're still in.
I think they're
I
still
remember
in.
Conversation I heard.
I don't
last night,
think
they're
it's
still
over
in.
for them.
So,
I lost a good pasture 10-9. Kenny looked that up a while ago, but great run by Webb under difficult
Yeah,
circumstances.
but again, I don't think they're through.
Right.
They do things a little different in that D2 stuff.
let me throw a couple more things out there at you guys. So tennis, boys and girls,
Yes.
great run through district, and also boys soccer hosting districts at home. Won it again with minimal seniors this year. He's supposed to be in a rebuilding year and ends up, and
Good.
so, and then track has a freshman distance runner that is set for a heck of a subsectional, sectional, and state run.
Good.
Good.
He's sub 5.
What's his
right
name?
now. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
If you'd asked me that before I walked in, I'd have
Okay,
told you.
okay.
I know how that goes.
Yeah, yeah. Well, if
So
we're
if
getting
tennis
there.
is still playing,
Yes.
their regions start Monday.
I might have to check calendar.
Okay.
I don't know on that. So I'm going to tell you guys, it's been a heck of a week. There's been a lot of stuff going on out there to keep up with. So,
County's very well represented.
yep.
Absolutely.
I tell you what, we're going to come back and talk to you about spring football before we do.
That's our favorite topic.
Yeah, it's our favorite topic. Yeah.
Hey, how about Gary Smith, guys?
Yeah.
We'll mention that before we go
Yeah.
anywhere.
Well,
Man.
I said last week that he talked to Kansas City. He had also talked to the Raiders and 2 or 3 other teams. But it looks like that they jumped the gun and got him. The Raiders got him before Kansas City could. I
Well,
don't know.
You're better off instead of being a 7th rounder. To me, you're better off to be an unrestricted free agent. Pick the team you want to go to, and in this case, the Raiders. Probably the weakest spot on that roster is defensive tackle, which is a great spot for Gary Smith.
And that's probably one of the reasons Gary Smith signed with them.
Right.
They do that.
Yeah.
I mean, opportunity, sure.
Sure.
I mean, there's a reason he's projected,
He was projected
late
a draft
fifth,
pick.
late 5th
Yeah.
and 6th, and he kept falling. I mean, it's just the way the business runs. Everything cascades after that first pick.
Yeah.
I mean, it just goes from there. But I'll tell you something. The Raiders were on him very, very early. We got the all the questionnaire info from them early in the process. So they
Did you get
were.
anything from Green Bay? Because I'd heard Green Bay was interested.
I did
in
not
a
see it.
little bit.
If the guidance office got it, I didn't see it, and I didn't get one.
I had heard it, and I
So-
told you guys off the air
Yeah.
one day that I thought Green Bay
Right.
was interested.
So he's got a
He's
good
got
shot.
a
Yeah.
chance to play
Yeah.
somewhere.
It looks like it. They
And
really.
and the thing about it is, he may not make the initial 53-man roster,
Right.
but I guarantee
Practice
you he's
team.
going to be
Make
on a
that
practice squad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when he's on a practice squad, any of the other 31 teams can go in and if
Yeah.
they got a need, they can go get him. And I believe when they go get one after they're off of somebody else's practice squad, they immediately have to go to the
They
53-man
do.
roster.
They have to go to
Yeah.
53-man roster.
So he'll have a chance. I mean, he's set up to do something special. There's no
And
doubt.
I'm wondering, because we talked last week off the air about his possibility of playing offense. Is that something you think they might move into
Man,
offense?
so that's tough because you know as well as I do, there's this word called measurable,
Mhm.
and I'm not sure that he has the length and leverage
Right.
to even play in the interior line.
Right.
There's
right. Yeah.
now what overcomes that for him on the defensive line is his first step. He might have one of the most outside of Donaldson. He might have one of the best first steps in the NFL, even just now coming in.
Mhm.
And it's what he does with it after that. I mean, that's the whole reason he's quote unquote undersized, even though he makes me look like a child.
He's still 6'4", what,
He's
319?
he's
So-
bigger than Jeffrey Simmons.
So
Jeffrey Simmons,
that's-
what, 6'1"?
Yeah, but then you start talking about
No,
arm
Simmons
length.
is taller.
Yeah,
Arm
length.
length.
So,
you
I
get
mean,
that
yeah.
arm length and
all
hand
that
length
they,
and all
I'm
that.
gonna tell you, the data on that kind of stuff goes so deep.
Yeah.
And so that's why. But he's, I mean, golly, he's so good. And and he works. So the key to that is he's talented, he's explosive, and he works his tail off. So what do you say? I mean, he's gonna
His
have a
ability
chance.
to occupy that space right
Yes.
there, it's going to be huge for him.
Critical. And he could be a down specialist. He could be a rundown specialist. He could be, but that's the game at that
Yeah,
level.
it's it.
You know,
Yeah.
it's rare. It's so rare that a singular defensive lineman
Is a 3-down guy.
is a 3-down guy.
He's a
I mean,
15, 20 play.
shoot, let's be honest. It's rare that linebackers are 3-down.
Yeah.
linebackers.
At this point, you're right.
So,
Yeah.
but because they specialize so much.
So he's set up to have a good career.
Yep,
He's got a
I agree.
chance.
Yeah.
He's
He's got a chance.
He's
Yeah.
giving
That's
himself
all
a
you need.
chance.
How many kids get an opportunity like this?
Not
You know?
very many.
Very rare.
I mean,
yeah.
you're talking less than 4% of high school athletes even get a college scholarship,
Yeah.
much less make it to the NFL.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's special to have somebody from Shovel Central
Yeah.
strapping it up on Sundays. It's going to be fun to
I'm,
watch.
I'm looking forward to his jersey number and
Yeah.
plaque right next to Whit Taylor.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and,
There
so
you go.
yeah, it's
All
it's
right.
gonna be something.
Well,
Well,
let's-
Chop Williams. So
Let's hear from our sponsors once again. First Bank here in Shelbyville, Piggly Wiggly, save big at the pig, and
Kincaid.
Service.
company.
we'll be right back.
Shop local at Shelbyville Piggly Wiggly, down home, down the street. From farm fresh produce and hand-cut meats to pantry staples, dairy, frozen favorites, and household essentials, we've got your list covered at hometown prices. Don't miss our weekly ad and truckload meat sales. Open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. Visit 874 Union Street, Shelbyville, or call 931-684-1363. Follow us on Facebook for the latest specials. Shop local. Save big at the Pig.
At Kincaid Service Company, we've proudly served Middle Tennessee since 1934. Families across the region trust us for quality furniture, appliances, electronics, and the kind of service only a hometown business can provide. From living room sets and dining collections to washers, dryers, refrigerators, and the latest in home entertainment, Kincaid has everything you need to make your house a home. And when it comes to a great night's sleep, our showroom features leading brands of mattresses, offering comfort and quality you can count on. We don't just sell products, we stand behind them. When you buy your appliances or electronics from Kincaid, our expert service team is here to keep them running for years to come. It's the kind of care that sets us apart. For value, selection, and service you can trust, visit Kincaid Service Company today, locally owned and community strong.
On game day, winning is everything. But life's big wins happen off the field. When you win a heart. When you win their trust. When you win their respect. First Bank's community banking is perfect for life's big wins because of what we're big on. You. Make us part of your team for life's biggest wins.
All righty, welcome back to Bedford County Sports Talk Live. Now, Coach, Mr. Coach Judd Rodden is going to tell us a little bit about spring practice. Coach, how things been going? Tell us a little bit about what you're trying to accomplish.
So structurally, we're for us, you get 10 days total, and that does not have to include a scrimmage, but we'll scrimmage Columbia Central on the 14th there. So we'll have 9 practices. We'll go 3 each week. We started this past week, so this past week, this coming week, and then next week we'll finish up. We'll go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, and then scrimmage on Thursday.
So it's 15 days to get 10 in.
Yes, basically 3 weeks to get 10 once you start. So it's not a whole lot different than the college structure, but we go Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Right now we're basically 3 to 5, which includes film. Weight room we're able to get in before school's out, so it helps that we don't have to push so deep into the evening, especially with testing and everything else that goes on. So it's been pretty good. Of course, we've returned all 5 starting offensive linemen. We returned 2 of our top 3 tight ends. So that group specifically, it's really knocked the rust off, and then start getting young guys some reps and get them on film and get them evaluated and get them taught, so that we're deeper this year and prepared in depth. Wide receiver wise, we've got some guys out there that have looked pretty good so far, but that's a question mark for us right now. Sion has looked really good in 3 days at quarterback. And then Torian has looked really good in the backfield. We actually have a utility guy in Lucas Tyndall that he's played a little bit of slot. He's played a little bit of running back. He's played some backup quarterback for the spring. I mean, he's definitely a utility guy.
Coach, last year I saw him as a freshman make some contributions on special teams coming out. He looks like he's going to be a ball player.
He will be a ball player. And defensively, he's an outside linebacker right now. Travion. He's had practice reps, but he's been no pad, helmet only so far. He's nursing a hamstring injury from track that he's just some tightness now. So why test that for spring ball, right? That lets us get deeper into the running back position, get those guys some reps. So we're excited about that side of the ball. Then on the flip side, we've hired a new DB coach in Kareem Pankey from Murfreesboro. Him and Trey are trying to develop guys in that defensive backfield, which is where we got hit the hardest from graduation. And then on the inside, we do have some new D linemen that are rotating through. Excuse me. New D linemen that are starting to rotate through. We got some guys that look really good down there. Michael Gresham, Devin Young, and some others. Esteban is looking pretty good. Now he's a man child out
I'm
there.
telling you.
Massive. And then a lot of other guys at linebacker. We pulled Reed Dickens in to potentially take over for Ellington, but you've also got, I mean, that's a battle right there.
Yeah.
There's 3 guys that could all take that spot. So it's a true battle. And then with Reed, as good as he is, he's going to end up playing somewhere. We're see if he kind of latch onto that will spot early on and go from there. Sion looks really good at corner in the defense backfield
Of course.
right now. So Jaden Hernandez at safety looks really good. We've gotten Malachi Tipton is a transfer to us from Riverdale, so it'd be a rising sophomore. He's looked pretty good defensively from a skill look. He's still trying to figure things out with what we do, but Jaden's been back there and looks pretty solid right now too. So the other corner, if you guys remember Jackson Smith, he was a transfer from Riverdale last year. He's got the other corner right now, but a lot of guys are rotating. There's a lot of competition out there. So I say they have it right now, but that could change come Monday if you ask me. There's just so much. Same thing with the wide receiver spots on offense. There's just not a lot of. I mean, nobody's really truly jumped out ahead yet. There's a lot of competition. Guys are playing hard.
How your numbers look right now, Coach?
We're running approximately 53 for spring.
That's minus baseball and track.
Yeah, well, track is still coming on the days they can where they don't have a meet. We're missing 1 out of soccer. We're missing 2 out of baseball right now. So really, we're looking at about 55.
Where were you last year? You remember roughly the same?
About the same
way.
Last year's last year's freshmen were the numbers were a little low compared to what excuse me. Like I said, I'm sorry. Numbers were a little low last year with freshmen coming in, just one of those classes where we cycle,
Cycle. Mm-hmm.
This year's freshmen were projecting a really good size number to the point where I'm worried about helmets and shoulder pads.
Wow. So that's a good problem.
So it's a good problem. So you got to cut the check.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and then come to find out that the new helmets that you order, the new 5-star helmets that Rydell's put out, that we can afford anyway, are on back order because the NFL and NCAA like them. So we got pushed down.
Wow.
Oh yeah. So that's a whole nother issue. So supposedly they'll be here mid-May, but I was hoping they'd be here for spring. But anyway. So anyway, everything's looking we're looking good.
I know yesterday or Tuesday I worked a softball game. When I pulled in early for the game, football was going on the practice on the game field, and when I left, they were still game field was still. I mean, you didn't. As I was watching, you couldn't tell when football left.
Yep.
There's another group went in on the game field to do it,
Tuesday.
And then on Tuesday,
and
then
soccer, we pushed right up to soccer, and then they took over. I mean,
and then over on the baseball field, somebody else,
Harris
was playing, and I mean. That place was
rocking.
rocking.
I'm going to tell you right now, it's spring now with the way everything goes is exhausting.
I bet.
The coaches are like our baseball coaches are 6 days a week. They have JV games on Wednesdays, even though the varsity's not playing. So the varsity kids get a day off and kind of in the middle, lighter day. But then, those coaches are all out there all the time.
I don't think it's
softball's the same.
Any easier for the AD because not only is he the AD, he's working football. He's having to go to basketball. Baseball to softball to soccer.
Well, I'll tell you, I will say this though, with the way things are trending right now, it's fatiguing. I won't want to say exhausting. It's fatiguing, yes, but it is so fun to go watch guys play. Like Chris Fritz has some boys soccer that are Jonathan Betzelberger and Fernando and a few freshmen. His own son. Jackson Thim's little brother, and a bunch of others out there on the soccer. I love to watch them. They play hard. They play as fast as they can. They're going to develop into something special. Softball the way they play now, and then baseball the way those kids have all gelled. That junior class, the way it's gelled, the way yes, you walk out there and you're a little tired from your day and from a long week, but you want to talk about a shot in the arm to really get you going.
I want to back up to spring practice. Okay.
Sorry.
You mentioned Jonathan playing soccer. So that's an indication that it sounds like he's healthy now.
Yes. He of course, you can't carry a soccer
Sure.
season without a little tweak here and there. It's like football, but he's playing well. He's
Okay, good.
tweaked an ankle.
This would be good
but
to see him back on the football
Yeah,
field.
he's so that'll be good. Now, also he's getting looked at to play college soccer. So there's
Wow.
going to be some, his goal is to go play college soccer. So it's on us to compromise as best we can and still,
Right.
because I'm not going to get in the way of a 2-sport athlete doing what he wants to do.
Right.
No more than I would with no more than I would with Steven, no more than I would with all them. I mean, it's our job to help them
Yep.
do
Yep.
their thing.
Yep.
So and nice thing is all of our guys know that too.
Yeah.
So that's helpful.
I was wanting to back up to the offensive line. Of course,
Yep.
you had a lot of kids out
Yep.
last year. Numbers still good.
Numbers are good. We've had some just in the last couple of weeks, I've had talking about Blake Lay, and then I'll talk about some of the others. So Blake has had Clemson reach out. Blake has had we've gotten stuff from Oklahoma and Auburn and camp invites, those kind of things. So his momentum's really going. And then Chattanooga and Austin P have came in to personally to really not just reach out by phone but like they've
Come
so
watch
his
it.
he's starting to get some traction.
Yeah.
Good.
But then you've got Carson Newman coming in and Lindsey Wilson, who's 8 conference championships and a national title in NAIA, over the last 16 years. They're coming in wanting to speak with your Lanny Coffees and Jackson Thims and Travions and all kinds of guys. We're still getting Tusculum reached out about Colton Clardy. So there's still that recruiting phase that's
Good,
going on. So that's been a great off season for us. I need to, as I keep getting reminded all the time, me and my old Gen X tail struggle with the social media thing to get it back out there. So I'm looking to tap somebody on staff that'll take care of that for me to make sure it gets generated so people see it, because they need to see it.
Right.
Now these days, if the assumption is if you don't see it on social media, it's not happening.
Yeah.
When we grew up it's the exact opposite. You do it because you do it, not because you want it posted. So I got to get out of that old mindset. But we've had a lot of good. We were up at 2 weeks ago. We were in Nashville at Titan Stadium for a big recruiting fair. Spoke to 42 different coaches. I mean, it was about our guys. So it's been a good off season for us. But going back to the offensive line, Blake, Pierce Smith looks really good. Rising junior. He looks really good. And then there's a battle at center right now. Ransom McElhaney has really come on in the offseason. Ethan McBee will, if he's not at center, he will play somewhere. He's nasty. He gets everything. So he'll find
He's a scrapper.
He's a scrapper. But that's a nice battle to see. Yes, we return all of our starters, but it's nice to see that there's a battle in the return.
Sure. Well, I got a question for you. You think Ethan will catch a pass this year? Are you going to line him up at tight end in motion again? Maybe.
We'll see. So depends on what else we got.
I saw him out there one time. Ethan is in motion. All right.
Hey. So, then you've got Landon Coffey has had one of the best off seasons. He's gained 20 pounds.
Wow.
But none of it's around the waist, and he's gotten about a 10th faster in his 40.
He's you knew when he came back from that injury last year, he made an impact the first game.
Different kid.
I remember he hustled and got on a fumble. I don't know if you remember that. That saved the drive. Yeah. I mean, we were deep, and when we mishandled the ball, and I know he was right there on it. I mean, like he was trailing the play, but he just jumped, just slid right in there and grabbed it.
So I was probably too busy fussing about the phone.
You were.
Yeah. Then you got Wiley Floyd at right side. I mean, man, he's had a great offseason as well. And Coach Voigt, the strength coach, has done a phenomenal job of recognizing where those guys are in their training protocols and switching them over to what we call velocity-based training to really zero, instead of just being stronger, making that strength more explosive. So it's been phenomenal.
I was going to ask you, how's your strength program incorporating with what you're wanting to do?
It's great because we're incredible. Even though we're a kind of a zone offense, running game wise, and we're a jump set pass pro, which is not traditional. I mean, it's aggressive to get a shock at the offensive line. All those things matter in the weight room, right? We're aggressive up front. We want to move the line of scrimmage in everything we do. So he has really tailored the programming to that. and it's showing. Like
Can
I'm looking forward to Columbia Central just to see
Right.
see us against someone else instead of each other, to get a good gauge for what that looks like.
You're seeing that? Are you also seeing the bodies transform?
Yeah. All right.
Good,
So
bad, you talked about
take
that
Landon.
one bad weight to good weight.
Yep. Take Landon, for instance. He's gained 20 pounds, but gotten faster. That doesn't come with fat. That comes with a change in body composition. His shoulders and the traps and everything that indicate, your clean progressions, your hang clean, power clean progressions, and all that kind of stuff. Man, he looks great. And we do 2 days a week, just straight speed work. And Josh has been great with that, and all those guys. I mean, so I'll give you an even better example. I know we've talked about it a little bit, but the nutrition program that Cooper Steel funds as well with everything else. But this is what nobody sees. They show up on the campus and they see the facilities. And oh my gosh, it's you hear it a lot about how it looks like a college level athletic complex, right? Well, it's not just that.
It's internal.
It's a college level strength and conditioning, and it's a college level nutrition program. I mean, our nutrition program is based off of stuff that Josh has picked up from TCU's Sports Performance, and everything there. But great example, Travion Mathis comes to us from Riverdale back in mid-July, mid to late July. 1st of August ish. I can't remember exactly when he came, but I know it was after the day.
It was right in the middle of the scrimmages.
Yeah. All right. So he shows up. He weighs approximately 152 to 155 pounds. He weighed in at 182.
Wow.
And has gotten a full 3/4 of a second faster in his 40.
Really?
Plus 30 pounds.
That puts him
plus 30 pounds.
That puts him at
he's
a different. He's a different player.
He is, and that's across the board. Now take that and apply it to an offensive lineman, and it's the same increases. But nutritionally, from a, I don't want to say he was starved, because that's not. I mean, he was fed at home. His dad does a good job taking care of him. But the right stuff and the right time,
way to eat it, when to eat
wasn't there.
That's
that's what Gary Cooper has done for us. And it's not just football. If you haven't seen Stephen Bobo or Caden Peacock step on a field, you haven't seen two young men that look like grown men. In a uniform. I mean, it was so funny. There was a picture Caden pitched a couple weeks ago, week or two ago, and there was a picture of him that came out, and I was like, it looks like man. I mean,
like one of them blowed up cartoon pictures.
And they're all that way. That's what I'm saying. It's not just one or two or a few. It's you start talking about softball. They're in the nutrition program and they're working their tail off with Josh. So it's across the board in the athletic department. And it's one of the reasons why I think Tayshawn has ended up going where he is, because there's that piece to it. And nobody sees that. They see the facilities, but Gary has made a true investment in the health and well-being of our athletes. And you can't say that enough, and you can't thank him enough for that. And that's where, like, everybody comes in, they talk about that. I'm like, yeah, but let me show you something you don't see. Let's walk through this weight room. Let's walk down to the nutrition center. Basically, they've remodeled the concession stand in the gym. It's been completely remodeled. Stainless steel countertops, 2 sinks, dishwasher, coolers, all of that for sports nutrition. Wow. That's the investment.
And something else they don't say is how you guys are giving back to the elementary schools through Cooper Steel also.
Yeah. I mean, so we just finalized our hours to send in. We're almost just shy of 2,200 hours of gross community service. And that's every kid total together, not per kid, obviously. But yeah, like last night's, I mean, I don't know if you guys saw it on our Facebook page or not, but last night we hosted our elementary 7-on-7 with a festival attached to it. It's unreal. I went to the far corner of the bleachers. Well, Bree posted it a little bit later. Went to the far corner of the visitor bleachers and just scanned it back and forth. And it was unreal. All those kids playing on the field, bounce houses, food trucks, like a festival atmosphere over here, parents up on it was amazing. And our guys are out there coaching those little guys, and the same ones that they're reading to and reading with, and tutoring and all that on Wednesdays. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, you want to see a football coach tear up? It's whenever you watch. It's when you watch
That's
your guys
special.
in that way.
Yeah. Bill, have you got a question?
Yeah, well, just tell everybody there's the scrimmage is the 14th.
Yes.
Where is it? What time is it? People want to go watch. Where is it?
At Columbia Central.
Columbia.
Currently, it's at their stadium.
Okay.
Last fall, we had to get pushed to their rec field, which is great field, by the way, grass. But it's at their stadium 6 p.m.
6
at
p.m.
Columbia Central on 14th.
So
It's
Thursday.
Thursday.
Right up for that.
I've got a question that Bill wants to ask, but I'm going
Okay.
to ask it.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'm going
Do I need to stop?
to take a drink. Yeah. And we're going to go on break after this and come back and talk about some pros. We don't have a lot to talk about college, do we?
No.
Not much. All right. Last year, Stephen went down with his ankle there and was missed. And Son came in and filled in. He was thrown into the mix as a freshman.
Bless his heart.
Yeah. He took a hit or two that knocked him hard.
Yep.
He's tough as nails. No question. So you've got these two guys coming back. You mentioned Tyndall earlier being that utility guy.
Yep.
So with those three guys, you got to look at your depth at quarterback here. Now, of course, Tyndall would be an emergency type situation, but you got Stephen and you have Zion. Right now, do you see those two guys alternating and staying on the field together and getting some special stuff going on? Or
that'd be a great idea.
Hey, I didn't do that, by the way. David Thomas did it, wasn't me.
I just sat around and looked at those two.
I tell them, Coach is not going to answer.
No, he's not going to answer that
Coach
question.
should not
I'm
answer
just saying
that.
that'd be a great idea.
That would be
That'd be phenomenal.
But here's the thing: you got to smile when you see those two kids that can play quarterback.
So Nick Saban said it himself, and I'm not.
They don't like to hear you talk about Nick Saban.
I love Nick Saban. We love him.
I absolutely everybody. I hate Alabama.
Okay,
right.
But you cannot argue with one of maybe arguably the best college football coach ever. Yeah. Okay. Let's just put that out there.
He eclipsed Bear Bryant.
Yes, and so many others.
Yep.
I mean, it's Bud Wilk. Go all the way back to Bud Wilkinson. I mean, that's that name has always been So all it is to say this: when your best talents have your highest character and are your best leaders, that's what those two bring.
Yeah. Yep. I saw Zion last year.
Yep.
One of the most coachable kids I've ever seen on the sidelines. Yep. And I know it's that way at practice too, but it's unbelievable.
Yeah. He
listens and soaks it up.
He is a joy to coach. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, you better be ready to coach him too. And the reason I say that is he'll mess up and he immediately finds you and says, what do I need to do?
Yep.
And he's okay if you don't have an answer in the moment, but
better come up with
you better no, and a real one, not a hey, just put it on him. No, that's not what he wants to hear. Why the ball driving the ground? Well, your elbows, you yanked your elbow down as you came through, but here's the reason you yanked your elbow. He's like, okay, and you can see him processing it, and then boom, and then he'll mess it up because it's not ingrained yet. He'll mess it up again 3-4 throws later. And he'll look at me and he'll go, got it. And then you see him. It's unreal. He seeks improvement. That is the most amazing thing.
And he can play pretty good corner too. When you're a freshman and you're all region in 6A like that kid was at corner.
He's something. And weight room has been really good for him.
I was going to ask you about that.
He has put on. I have not seen his weight. And this is even with haven't played basketball.
Right. Yeah.
He's put on. I'm going to guess. I've not seen it like I have the others. I'm going to guess he's somewhere around 15, 20 pounds heavier.
Wow.
And you can see it in his frame. So, and he's half step faster. He's encouraging. I'll tell you what's great about him is how encouraging he is of everybody else around him. I mean, you cannot help but love that kid.
Yeah.
So,
it's awesome.
Well, all right, guys. It's been fun talking about it. We can sit here all day and just keep on talking, but we need to take a break and come back and talk a little pro football.
We can do it.
Draft results, and we got to have y'all's opinion. Y'all two need to fight this out about who did good and who did bad. So we'll come back after this break. First Bank here in Shelbyville, Piggly Wiggly, and
Kincaid
Service Company. We'll be right back.
Shop local at Shelbyville Piggly Wiggly. Down home, down the street. From farm fresh produce and hand-cut meats to pantry staples, dairy, frozen favorites, and household essentials, we've got your list covered at hometown prices. Don't miss our weekly ad and truckload meat sales. Open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. Visit 874 Union Street, Shelbyville, or call 931-684-1363. Follow us on Facebook for the latest specials. Shop local. Save big at the Pig.
At Kincaid Service Company, we've proudly served Middle Tennessee since 1934. Families across the region trust us for quality furniture, appliances, electronics, and the kind of service only a hometown business can provide. From living room sets and dining collections to washers, dryers, refrigerators, and the latest in home entertainment, Kincaid has everything you need to make your house a home. And when it comes to a great night's sleep, our showroom features leading brands of mattresses, offering comfort and quality you can count on. We don't just sell products, we stand behind them. When you buy your appliances or electronics from Kincaid, our expert service team is here to keep them running for years to come. It's the kind of care that sets us apart. For value, selection, and service you can trust, visit Kincaid Service Company today, locally owned and community strong.
On game day, winning is everything. But life's big wins happen off the field. When you win a heart. When you win their trust. When you win their respect. First Bank's community banking is perfect for life's big wins because of what we're big on. You. Make us part of your team for life's biggest wins.
All righty, welcome back in here to Bedford County Sports Talk Live. Coach Stryden, it's good having him on this morning.
Yeah,
it was fun, always fun to have him on the show. But guys, let's talk about Titans draft, Packers draft. I know you've kept up with a lot of it, and I know you've been grading the Titans. What kind of grade do you give their draft?
We talked about this. You got three good football players: Carnell Tate, Falk, and Anthony Hill. Then you went into day 2. You weren't picking in the 5th round. Fernando Carmona, offensive guard from Arkansas, sort of surprised me. Went too early to me, but his claim to fame was un-Titan-like. He stepped on that guy's ankle and broke his ankle in the Liberty Bowl.
Yeah.
That's and he's about 25 years old.
Yeah.
But here nor there. Here's the sleeper of the draft for me. And I don't know if Kenny agree with this or not. Nicholas Singleton, running back, Penn State. This guy is faster than Jeremiah Love.
He was high. He was high on a lot of people's boards. He was
5-star recruit.
He was real high on a lot of boards.
Did not have a good year at Penn State, but who did last year?
Right. Yeah.
The whole team was terrible.
But you look at how he must have fell a little bit in the. I didn't see his name on the board. I wasn't paying attention to that. He dropped down a little bit.
Yeah, he was just hit because he wasn't used a whole lot.
And he broke his foot at the Senior Bowl.
Oh, did he really?
So that way he didn't work at the combine. He worked the combine. They say he's been clocked 4.3, 4.35. He would have been the fastest running back, one of the fastest players, had he been able to run at the combine, but he had a broken foot.
Okay, so they fill that gap where Jeremiah Love, they missed him. So
He'll be the fastest Tennessee Titan running back since Chris Johnson.
Wow.
Now, does that mean he's going to be a great running back? I don't know.
He's got a chance.
But if you remember watching the Penn State games, he was number 10, and he always made big plays. Remember that? I mean, he was always scoring touchdowns. I thought that was a nice pick. Didn't think much of the Jackie Marshall pick at defensive tackle. How many defensive tackles does a team need? I don't even think he makes the team. We got too many of them.
Yeah.
Pat Cogan, though.
Okay, this goes. Did they take him because he was the best available and didn't look at their needs, or what happened there?
The one thing they didn't do, they should have done to me, was you didn't draft a corner or anybody in the secondary. That's the first time in like 20 years that you haven't drafted anybody in the secondary. The Titans haven't.
Yeah.
Didn't draft anybody. But Pat Coogan, I want to talk about the center, offensive line for Kenny. This kid was a starter at Notre Dame. Then he was the starter at Indiana. And if y'all remember in the playoffs, I've never seen the center that was dominant. He was dominant. You could have said he was the MVP of the championship game.
Oh, and an older player. Yeah. He's an older player.
Potential impact player right there.
I think he's potentially your starter.
He's a more mature older. Yeah. I think he's 26.
I think so.
There's something to be said. I know a lot of people say they missed they're past their window for draft, but there's a lot of this. The maturity part makes up for that.
It does.
It might cut them a couple of years off their career, but that maturity, it's got to be big.
I don't worry about the offensive line. Linemen tend to last longer. It's not like a running back where you're 30-year-old. Not a lineman's not old at 30.
Yeah, you got a lot of older linemen still playing.
You made a comment for Bill and I to go.
Yeah,
I read all these draft stuff, and this commentator will say, Boy, the Titans nailed it. They got an
Yeah,
A minus,
I
and this
know.
right here said, "Oh, it's a
Oh,
D."
it's-
They just, and then for the Packers, well, they didn't have a good draft. Their draft was horrible because they didn't draft nobody in the first round.
Hey, you
Well,
know
they
what?
got their first.
We
Your-
won't
Your,
know.
your drafts, you find out how good your draft was year 2 and 3,
2 and 3.
and how many of them you re-sign, how many somebody else won't sign. How are you drafted? And like Tennessee had to draft. They're gonna get better just about every position they draft.
All right, let's go back
and
3
Green
years.
Bay was really deep with their roster, so
All right, just think about exactly what you said. Go back 3 years.
Mhm.
We drafted Will Levis,
Mhm.
that class. Now, give that a grade. That was a
well,
F.
just think about wait a
Well,
second.
think of how many of these people in that whole class are even on the team anymore.
One,
Think about
That's
the,
right.
the guard.
That's it.
and when you start seeing the same teams picking the top 10 of the draft every year,
Yeah.
you know what that tells me?
There's a reason for that.
There's a
Yeah.
reason for that.
Yeah.
And then some of the teams that, don't, my mind that I was going to get with Bill today is the Ty Simpson.
Yeah.
You saw what McVay did. McVay was having secret conversations with Ty the whole time and telling him not to tell anybody because they did not want anybody to know that they were interested because they scared somebody was going to jump
Yeah.
them. And they do not use the 30 visits. They've never done that. He don't even go. McVay and some of the guys, they don't even go to the combine.
Yeah.
But you're playing for a Super Bowl if you're the Rams.
Yeah.
It's a Super Bowl window. You could have
Yeah.
used a weapon for your current quarterback.
They're
and not
already
pull this one.
they're already the team in the NFC
Yeah.
next year.
Yeah.
They're loaded already, and they're thinking
He's a project.
they're thinking
Future quarterback.
and some of your best, most successful general managers will always say you don't draft a quarterback when you need a quarterback.
That's true.
You draft a quarterback
And develop.
2 or 3 years before
Steve
you need
Young.
them.
Rodgers.
Go back
look
back
at-
farther than Aaron Rodgers, even with Wolf, that used to be
Yeah,
general
sure,
manager of
yeah.
the Packers. He always said this. He always took a quarterback. It might have been the 7th round, 6th round, 2nd round.
Always
He
got one.
always
Yeah.
drafted Ron Wolf.
Tried
And
to
while he
always
was-
draft
tried
one.
to always draft a
Always, yeah.
quarterback every year while he was in Green
And
Bay.
guys, we are completely out of time.
Sure.
Up against our next show.
That's
But
great.
it's-
Yeah.
Congratulations, Gary Smith.
Hey,
again.
Gary Smith
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
the key to the show today, and
Right.
congratulations, best of luck to him.
Yep.
Getting
Get a chance,
chance.
drive to Lincoln
Getting
Canyon.
a
Let's go
chance.
watch
Yeah,
Stephen
1
Bobo
o'clock.
pitch at 1 o'clock
And
at
we're
Lincoln
going to have
Canyon.
a lot of, and not just you got that today, but a lot of spring sports going on
Oh, yeah.
this
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And quality, as you
Yeah.
heard Judd
and
saying,
things
quality.
are starting to taper off.
Well, yeah,
we're going to be done. We got 2 more weeks here.
2 weeks,
Right.
2 weeks, and
Yeah, we're
seasons
done.
are over
Yeah.
with, except for state championship.
Guys, thanks for watching. Again, thanks for our sponsors. We run over today, but hey, thanks for hanging in there
Yes.
with us. It's been a